going at him! I'm going at him! I'm going at him! Let's go! Pistol time! Suck my nuts! Shit! Sorry! Let's go! No! Yeah!
Here comes Dante! Get him!
Fuck him up! I'm fucking killing it today, man. Woo!
That worked surprisingly well.
We got him! We did it because we're best friends! This is Scout. Scout is a class that focuses on speed and power along with doing objectives with his team. He has the fastest run speed in the game, he's got a double jump, he's got the ability to capture points twice as fast, and he has the lowest amount of health in the entire game. Only has 125 health. This is the same health pool as Spy, Sniper, and Engineer, but unlike those classes, you have the movement of a crackhead Olympic. I don't know what you want me to say here. You jump around, run around. Look at him go. You can utilize this speed not only get from point A to point B, but to also, dodge projectiles and shit. Avoid damage in the first place. You don't even need a health pool at that point. Just make that shit up. Fucking. Name a game with like no health bar. Mario, return to the game in the Mario. Obviously, you also have that double capture rate, which makes you a great helper on objectives, payload cards and control points and all that. The intel kind of counts because Scout's fast, but that doesn't really do anything for the intel, so, you just kind of ignore that. You're probably wondering what this video is going to be. I'm not even going to bother, having segues and shit. I'm going to just tell you straight up what the fuck's up with Scout, so let's just jump right into it. So we're just gonna go over all of Scout's weapons, including primaries, secondaries, and melees, so let's keep up here. Alright. Scout's scattergun is a stock primary, the basic one you start off with. It does around 105 damage up close, shoots around 10 pellets in a random spread, and holds around 6 rounds in the magazine. It's really good. You can 2 or 3 shot most classes in the game, so, if you're just starting out, probably just stick with that for the time being. It's his best shotgun. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Force of Nature is a double barrel shotgun that deals less damage per pellet, but shoots out more pellets than stock, dealing up to 113 damage per shot. It also has the perk of hitting so damn hard that it not only knocks enemies back, but can knock you back. You can triple jump with it by just jumping and shooting the ground and then jumping again. It's actually really good. And of course you can utilize the knockback to just throw people off cliffs or into buzzsaws. The shortstop is, in my opinion, a really goddamn good primary, especially when you have random bullets spread off. It does around 72 damage up close, but all those shots are in a nice tight spread. It's a weapon that lets you kind of take a step back from enemies, not get too up close, It's good for pyros and demo nights and shit, It's good shit. It's also just really good damage, in all honesty. It's really consistent. I like it. You can also shove with the weapon. It's not amazing. It doesn't really have much actual application, but better to have it than not need it than need it. You know how the saying goes. It doesn't matter. The soda popper is probably my favorite shotgun for Scout. It's more or less the Force of Nature, but instead of having that whole less damage, more pellets thing, it's just stock, except now you have 2 shots, but those shots fire really fast, and they also have the habit of reloading really fast. And if you do 300 damage with the damn thing, bada boom, 6 jumps, just like that. It's really goddamn good for avoiding enemy fire and getting to places you're not supposed to. It's literally banned and competitive for shit like this. It's really good. Babyface is a shotgun that holds 2 less shells in the magazine and decreases your max speed. In return, you'll get a meter that fills when dealing damage. 1 meat shot will fill the meter instantly. The higher the meter is filled, the faster you run. Keep in mind that you lose your boost pretty easily by either, you know, double jumping or taking damage. Like a single pistol shot will flatline the entire thing. So just, you know, make sure you're good at dodging and you can utilize that speed pretty well. It's really good, but it's hard to use. You just need to get good with it. And of course, you have the backscatter, the weapon that acts kind of similar to Pyro's backburner. I think it has the 2 less shots in the mag and around 20% spread increase. You're not going to notice it. You'll deal mini crits from behind, dealing more damage than a normal shot. You gotta be a little flanky with it. You gotta have a little more skill with it. It's the most side grade of scouts. You know, it's not good, not bad. It works. It's interesting. It's funny. Feel free to shove a penis joke in here if that's your cup of skim milk. On to the secondaries. The pistol is his first and best secondary weapon. Deals around 22 damage up close and fires automatically in a random spread. It's a good ship weapon at most ranges. It's actually really, really good at close range. It's really good when you panic and don't know how to shoot your scattergun shots. Really good. Highly recommend it. You will get laid if you use this weapon. I am not joking. Trust me. The Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol is a pistol that, while holding less rounds in the magazine, sports a higher fire rate, and it heals you per shot. It's pretty much Medic's Blutsauger. Now, the Winger is a weapon that lets you jump higher while it's out, but it has less rounds in the magazine. But does more damage. It's a good mobility tool, and with the added damage, it's still a half-decent finisher. Good to keep in mind, though, that you can't kill any enemies with a full mag. You have to reload. I wouldn't use it as a weapon. I wouldn't really use it as a weapon much. Moving on to the consumable items, the Bonk Atomic Punch is a soda that turns you invincible for 8 seconds. During this effect, you can't use any of your weapons, and while you are unable to take damage, you can still be knocked around like a pinball. If you take enough damage in this state, you will be slowed temporarily when the effect wears off. The Critic Cola, when you slurp it down, gives you mini crits, but makes you also take mini crits. It basically turns Scout from a glass cannon to a papier-mâché tank. The Mad Milk is a supportive tool that coats enemies in radioactive milk. While the enemy is coated in milk, any damage that you deal to them will be returned to you as health. Around 60% of it anyway. Use this to help your team! Some scouts will recommend that you use this as a personal health kit. Don't. Using this as a crutch med kit will stunt your growth of the scout main. Please. So many other people could be using the health from this thing. Aim for crowded points, like, you know, control points, payloads, things like that. Only really use this as a personal health kit when you're, like, right about to die. When, like, you are going to die if you do not get more health. That's understandable. But just stop wasting it! And of course, the final secondary, the Flying Guillotine. It's like a throwing knife. It's cool. It's fun. It deals around 50 damage and added 40 damage of bleed. And it's honestly just a lot of fun. Good softener. Very nice. Baseball bat deals around 35 damage and swings twice as fast as other classes' melee weapons. A lot of pro scouts would recommend that you ditch the bat as soon as possible. I don't recommend that. It's a good finishing tool. There's no gimmicks to it. It's simple, it's fast, it's snappy, it's good. I highly recommend you stick to it. Or at least get a reskin of it, you know? It's good. It's just a good all-around like weapon. The Sandman takes away 15% of your maximum health and gives you a throwable ball that slows enemies down. Don't use it. It's ass. The Atomizer is a bat that deals 15% less damage to players and takes 50% longer to pull out. In return, it lets the Scout triple jump while also dealing mini crits while in midair. This is commonly considered Scout's best melee. The Boston Basher deals bleed damage to any enemy you hit. However, if you don't hit an enemy, the bleed will be inflicted on you. Learning not to swing wildly with this weapon will turn into a straight upgrade from the stock bat. It's also good for helping medics build their Uber charge. Due to their Uber being charged fastest when an enemy is damaged, hitting yourself to let a medic heal you lets them always build Uber at a maximum rate. The Candy Cane is a weapon that gives you a small health kit for every kill you get, but you do take 75% more explosive damage. It makes fighting soldiers and demos a pain in the ass, but the small little bit of health can be kind of useful at times. Fatal War is a weapon that marks enemies for death, making them take mini crits for a short time. However, it only deals 9 damage per hit. This is a pretty good crit weapon when paired with a shotgun or pistol of some kind, but it's most useful in man versus machine. Maybe I'll make a video on that mode one day, or maybe not. MVM kind of sucks. Not even a bad mode, just fucking community. Like, Jesus Christ. The Rap Assassin does 12 damage per hit in return for a ball that causes bleeding. Direct hits will deal 15 damage from the ball, on top of 40 damage of bleed. The ball has a little bit of splash damage too, meaning you can do some alright chip damage if you miss. And of course, the Sun on the Stick. It deals 25% less damage in return for 25% fire resistance while it's out, and it crits enemies that are on fire. It's kind of useless. I mean, it's fun, it's funny. I wouldn't recommend you use it though. It's not great. Other scouts can be beaten by just having better aim and better positioning than them. So, get the drop on them, make sure your aim is good, be better than them. It really is just skill-based. Soldiers are one of the few classes I recommend avoiding if need be. The rockets have some nasty splash damage, and if they're using the direct hit, you can be killed in a single shot. Stay in the air to mitigate splash damage, and try to get in their face if push comes to shove. I would never recommend fighting Pyro. His fire can just kill you in seconds, and the afterburner will always get you even if you kill them, so just don't approach. Demo men rely on explosive spam and traps. Get up in their face and hope they don't pull up their melee. Try not to blindly walk into enemy contested areas if there's a demo on the other team. You're probably walking into a sticky trap. Demo knights should never be approached. Don't look at them, don't talk to them, don't even get anywhere near them, don't even let them know that you exist, okay? Just avoid. You avoid at all costs, I'm begging you. Maybe you should be approached with the help of a team. They're going to deal a lot of damage, and that firepower needs to be directed away from you if you want to kill them. Engineer on his own is a slower scout. Engineer with a sentry is a hard counter to scout. If you can, pick at their sentry from a distance with a pistol. If an engineer slaps the sentry down while you're fighting them, kill the Engie. Don't shoot the sentry, it's a distraction. Don't let him outsmart you. Just kill the Engie, then the sentry. Medics are a high value target for scout. Just kill them, no matter the cost. Just don't let the enemy get any uber charge. Trust me, it'll help your team out. Sniper can be shockingly effective in close quarters combat. They have the melee weapon, and if they know how to quickscope, you are fucking dead. Don't get covered in piss, don't get hit with the sword, don't get shot with the rifle. They are actually terrifying. Don't underestimate these people. Fucking snipers, dude. Spies will often be behind your team, so keep an eye on your 6 and don't walk backwards if you can manage it. Since you're a scout, most spies will tend to just disguise as scouts. It's literally on the one key, so you're probably going to end up seeing yourself a lot. I recommend wearing something nice and flashy so you can tell that it's you, and it's not you because it's a spy. Remember, spy has a gun! It can kill you pretty fast. Just don't underestimate them. Though, reckon only good spies use the gun, so, and a good spy will already backstab you and the entire team if before you even noticed him, so what's the point? What's the point? What's the point of fighting him? Watch other YouTubers who main other classes. A lot of YouTubers like Uncle Dane, Soundsmith, Big Joey, Lazy Purple, all those cool guys, they'll make guided tutorials on strategies for other classes, but you can watch them to know what they will often do, and you can gain the upper hand. Counter intel, baby. We're doing some Cold War shit. Praise Boston. Scout is a class that thrives in 2 modes, King of the Hill and Player Destruction. Other modes can work, but in general, Koth and PD are just the best for Scout. Being on the defending side of a round can be a pain in the ass for Scout. Overall, you need to constantly be pushing the payload cart, and CP5 isn't bad, but let's be real, nobody has time for 3 full rounds of the damn game mode in this economy. And CTF is just not good. It just isn't. Don't play it. Starting off with the King of the Hill maps, Harvest is a small farm map that is not only easy to study and remember the layout of, but it also has the benefit of having a lot of verticality. It's a solid map to start honing your scout skills on. Sawmill is a classic TF2 map, has good verticality, has a good easy layout, and the saws in the middle allow you to push enemies into them with weapons like the Force of Nature and the Shortstop. Kong King is a city map with a lot of flank routes, allowing Scout to scuttle around like a little rat and catch people off guard. It's pretty good. Sweden is my favorite map to play Scout on. It has all the best bits from the last 3 maps we talked about, small size, verticality, environmental hazards, and flank routes, but it also is just a good looking map in general. Highly recommend for any Scout main. If you're looking for some Halloween maps, here's a couple. Laughter is a fun map to play on during Halloween. It has some solid design and a great atmosphere, but its best part is the Carnival Shooting Gallery and Spawn. I would recommend you just boot it up for an aim and warm up, tons of fun. Krampus is a great map with its own unique boss tied to it. I recommend this map as a neat little training ground. If you want to practice dodging and positioning, boot it up and try killing Krampus without dying. Player Destruction is a mode focused on killing things and delivering those kills to a drop-off point. The mode is relegated to either the miscellaneous section of the map selection, or the Smiths and Halloween exclusive maps. Selbien is a map set in a Norwegian fishing village. It has a nice open design with some good flanks, it's cozy, looks nice. It's also one of the 2 non-holiday PD maps. The drop-off point is at the Seal, of whom is named Sylvia. Cursed Cove is a Halloween map set in a parody port town. It's very windy and tall, and it's a very good map for catching people off guard. Drop-off point is the big-ass ghost ship that sends you to the Sea of the Damned. Hillary is a Christmas map set in a mall complex. It's very well designed and it is my favorite Christmas map in the game. It has a bunch of stores, cool brandings, a nice little open design with some tight hallways, and even has a custom announcer.
Attention shoppers. The ice rink is now available for use.
The drop-off point is in the center by the rocketry.
Remember to experiment with your chosen maps and modes. The maps given are a general recommendation based off of my experience. Scout is a generalist class, meaning he works pretty much anywhere.
So we've basically gone over everything you really need to know about Scout, but this section's basically just tips and tricks, things like that you should know for the sake of your team. Working with your team and sticking to them can mitigate Scout's downsides as a class. Sticking with demos and soldiers can make dealing with powerful classes easier. Sticking with NGs and medics can give you an easy source of healing as long as you are polite enough. Coordinating with spies and snipers can allow you to pull off distraction plays, which can allow you to either get a few easy kills or even help turn the tide of battle. Be sure not to push up too far without the help of your team. Scout's an easy class to punish if he overextends, and it's not going to end up well for you at all. When dealing with medics, understand that you are on a low level of priority for who gets healed. If you want to get health from a medic, standing by a medic and waiting for your turn is the most polite way to get a medic to help you. If a medic is not on your team, you can utilize health kits found out on the map. Keep in mind any nearby teammates that may need health more than you. If you're any lower than around half health, and you know that there are no teammates around, or you're in both situations, you can take the health kit. Don't be afraid to take not only the health kit, but ammo if you're behind enemy lines. If you can help it, don't use your team's teleporters. Scout has the ability to reach anywhere on a map in a little amount of time. If you notice a teammate is about to respawn, just walk them past and let them take it instead. Dressing up your Scout can be a lot of fun, but refrain from purchasing items found from the Manco store. Most of them are very expensive and not worth the money. Buy your stuff from the community market. Think of it this way. Is it cheaper to go on marketplace.tf? Yes. Should you? No, really, no, don't bother. The TF2 trading scene is complete ass, and websites like scrap.tf, marketplace.tf, STN trading, all that shit, they're just there to nickel and dime every fucking cent you have. Don't bother. Just buy your shit with actual money. Don't bother with the TF2 trading scene. Just don't. Respect your team where it's deserved. Don't taunt after every kill. Don't be a mega dick in chat when you die. Don't blame your team for any mistakes you make. Scout mains have a stigma of being dickheads. Be the better man. Respect your team. Congratulations, you've done it. You've graduated from the Deputy Dexon High School of Scouting. It's not much of an achievement, but you know, you did it. You sure did it. You done did do it. Alright, here's your summer assignment, you dirty little scoundrels. I want you to go out there and I want you to be the best scout that you can be. I want you to go out there and I want you to kill the medics. I want you to go kill the snipers. I want you to kill the spies. I want you to go kill everything you can get your dirty little scatter gun under. I want you to go fuck up everything you can find. I want you to go and harass the enemy team so much that they'll call you a racial slur, and it'll be very funny, and you'll screenshot it, and you'll post it on r/TF2, and they'll give you 100 up.
Look at you! I mean, look at you! You wait till morons is fast.
If you are currently listening to this, that means that you have finished my Scout guide. Yippee yahoo! Thanks for watching, I guess. If you want to see more content, then, you know, videos, things like that, I guess you can drop a like, subscribe, things like that. I want to do more stuff like this. Maybe not Scout. I want to do more Scout stuff, but I don't want to be branded as like a TF tuber. I kind of just do whatever, so... Well, good news. Quote Squad video up next. Or not. We'll see. Who fucking knows?